Sponsored by Stater Brothers, where you always get more for less.
Today on America's Court with Judge Ross.
All of a sudden I hear this banging on the door, on the wall, just a lot of banging saying, shut that baby up.
Your Honor,
and he was banging on the door.
Wall.
No, he was banging on the door.
Why not take
The whole purpose behind law is to right wrong. I want justice to be something that isn't this foreign concept.
Justice knows no boundaries. The truth will be heard. Fair, firm, compassionate. This is America's Court with Judge Ross. Katie Sinclair is suing her neighbor, Jeremy Gilbert, in the amount of $10,000. She says the defendant harassed her newborn child. Ms. Sinclair says the defendant hacked into her baby monitor system, and now she no longer feels safe in her own home. The defendant says the plaintiff lets her baby cry all night long, and that he was only trying to calm her baby down.
All rise. Remain standing and come to order. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Kevin Ross presiding.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated.
All parties been sworn, Your Honor.
Sir, good over to Thomas. Ms. Sinclair, you're suing over a very interesting case. It's all this technology and
Yes.
online. Mr. Gilbert is a neighbor of yours, and you're
Yes.
requesting this court give you $10,000 and make him pay for the damage that you sustained. Mm-hmm. Prove your case.
Okay, well, I'm a school teacher, so I obviously love kids. And when I was younger, I was engaged to a very handsome and nice guy. We were planning our life together, and we were just talking about having kids. So one day I got a call from my doctor saying that I couldn't have kids because of complications of something that happened before. And it just really ruined everything, because once he found that out, he left me. And I've never heard from him again, and my life just spiraled out of order then. And later on in life, since I am a teacher, I always wanted kids. I always felt empty inside, and I decided, well, I think maybe an option for me would be adopting a kid.
So you decided to adopt, and it was a little girl.
Yeah, a little girl, Rose.
And her name is Rose. And you live near Mr. Gilbert.
Yes, he lives right next door to me.
And how long have the two of you been living together?
About a year now.
And you've been living there for a year.
Yes.
Mr. Gilbert, how long have you been living at the property?
I've been there for 2 years.
For 2 years.
Yes.
And when you first met Miss Sinclair, she didn't have a child.
No, she didn't.
All right. And what was the relationship between the two of you?
She was nice. I'd say hello, how are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
We'd walk, we'd be pleasant with each other. I was nice enough to let her into my internet service to use when she first moved in.
Wait, when you say you were nice enough to let her into your internet service, you didn't have your own internet access?
No, I did not. When I first moved in, he was nice enough to give me his password.
Why?
So I could set up my own utilities.
Why did you not have your own?
I just moved in and I wanted to set up, my own cable and utility bills. So he was nice enough to let me do that. And plus I wanted to pay some bills online and everything. And so he had no problem with that.
Were you just initially using his internet service for a short period of time?
Well, there was really no time limit on it. He just said, sure, you can
She
use
said
it.
for a short period of time.
No, I did not.
So you had your phone.
Yeah.
And you had your television.
Yes.
But your internet, you had that separate.
I didn't have, right.
You didn't have it like all bundled up.
Right.
All right. And so
because I'm on a fixed income and I don't have that much money, so he decided to let me use that at first.
Necessarily as much as they should. So you thought, if I can get around the internet issue, and since we share, you're in close proximity to each other, right?
We have a common wall together.
You're sharing
right
a wall.
next door.
Yeah.
We live in
So
a condo.
you were able to hook into his internet access.
Right.
All right, got it.
With his permission.
And that becomes important, because how long was it before this issue happened with Why We're Here?
Well,
was it was it throughout the duration of the year that she was still using?
No, it was about
after she
6
got the
months
baby.
in, right after I...
After she what?
After she got the baby.
Yeah, right after the baby came.
After the baby, yes.
And then the baby, as they do, changed the dynamic.
Yeah.
Yes.
With newborn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, she was 6 months when I got her.
All right, so she was 6 months, and that you were able to adopt her.
Right.
And so all of a sudden you got a 6-month-old in your life.
Right.
And all of a sudden you got a 6-month-old in your life.
Correct, yes.
And you didn't want a 6-month-old
No.
in your life.
No.
I've never been married, don't have my own children, don't plan to have children.
Right.
Okay.
Just my personal choice.
Right. Okay.
So anyway, what happened was that one night, the first week actually, when I brought the baby home, she had an ear infection, you know, and she was crying, and I couldn't get her to sleep. And all of a sudden, I hear this banging on the door, on the wall, just a lot of banging, saying, "Shut that baby up," you know. So I felt.
Was he saying, "Shut that baby up"? Or
Shut
was
the
he saying,
baby
"Shut
up"?
that baby up"?
He was screaming, "Shut that
No,
baby up!"
Ron, I
and he
was
was
knocking
banging on the
on the
door.
wall.
No, he was banging on the door.
Why not?
baby
If
down.
you're right next door and you know her and you've had this relationship, why wouldn't you? Was it what time of night?
I wasn't dressed. It was like 12 midnight.
Oh, it was late.
Yeah, I don't know what
Yeah.
she was wearing at the time. She made her negligee. I don't
Rose
know.
is a thorn in my side.
Anyway, I can understand that. I felt bad, you know, because he might be asleep, and so I took the baby in my room, and finally she got calmed down. So the next morning, I went over to his house and I knocked on the door just to apologize to him, tell him how sorry I am, you know,
Yes.
for keeping him up. I felt bad. What he did, he shut the door in my face. He actually slammed the door in my
Your
face.
Honor, I don't have a peephole.
I thought that was
she
very
knocked on the
rude.
door. I answered. I was in my boxers, and they go, "Not now. It's 5:30 in the morning. Are you
It
crazy?"
wasn't 5:30, it was
5:30 in
6.
the morning.
Okay.
6.
Well, wait a minute. 6 o'clock is early.
No,
Yeah, well, why would he even answer the door then?
I don't
No,
know.
hold on a
who it
moment.
was.
Or else he could have said,
No, the question is not why would he answer the door. The question is why are you knocking at 6
well,
a.m.?
I wanted to apologize to
All right.
him.
So then at 6 a.m., maybe you slide
Well,
a
he
note
leave.
under the
You
door.
leave out anyway at 7,
Ma'am.
so I thought you might
Eyes on
be
judge.
up. I'm sorry.
You slide a note under the door.
Okay.
If you don't have his phone number or you make
I
it a
just-
point to say to him,
I just felt so
because
bad,
you're
though.
saying, because I'm up, you're going to get up.
Coming up on America's Court.
What were you saying?
Please quiet the baby down.
No,
No.
that was not what you were saying.
And later,
I had no idea he was taking those pictures of me through my computer camera.
You accessed her system because the baby was annoying you to that degree.
closed captioning provided by
Even after careers like ours, we're still going strong.